Good morning, children. Welcome to our video lecture. We have already started with Geography lesson number 9, Agriculture. In our first video, we have studied about animal husbandry, in which we have studied about dairy farming, sheep and goat rearing. Then we have studied about poultry, beekeeping, pisciculture, sericulture and nursery. Now in our today's video, we are going to study about types of farming. Now there are page number 55, you can see there is a table shown in which they had given two types of farming. First is subsistence farming and second is commercial farming. Now we are going to study in detail what is subsistence farming. So let's start with our explanation. Let's study types of farming. Different types of agriculture have evolved due to geographical and cultural diversity. So as we know, because of the geographical diversity, somewhere the water is more available, there is more rainfall, somewhere there is less rainfall, some part there is mountainous area, some region there is fertile soil, some area there is desert land. So accordingly, the availability of the geographical and the cultural diversity gives rise to the different type of agricultural activity, and of course technological differences in different region are also very much important for different type of agricultural activity. The type of farming depends upon the purpose and the aims of methods of farming. So the farming is depended upon what is the purpose of farming, for what reason the farming is been carried out, what is the main aim or the intention of farming, the crops being cultivated, the technique used, land use, etc. Broadly, the following types of agriculture can be identified. So as I said, there can be two types of agriculture. The first is subsistence farming and the second is commercial farming. In subsistence farming, we are going to study about intensive farming and shifting cultivation. In commercial farming, we are going to study about extensive grain farming, plantation farming, market gardening and horticulture. But in our today's video, we are just going to study about subsistence farming. So let's pay attention towards subsistence farming. Intensive farming and shifting cultivation are the two types in traditional farming. So traditional, as already I had explained you all, the farming which is carried out from the ancient time period. In this, there are two types of farming. First is intensive and second is shifting cultivation. Now let us study what is intensive farming. Intensive farming is carried out in one and the same farm for many years together. In shifting cultivation, every year a new area is chosen for cultivation. After a specific period of time, old areas are again used for cultivation. So in shifting cultivation, what the farmers do, if they have two pieces of land, so for 1 year they are cultivating one piece, next year they are cultivating other piece of land and they keep the first piece of land empty. Okay, so that is they are shifting once here, once there. So like that they keep on shifting. But intensive farming is where continuously the farmland is used for some or the other cultivation purpose. So let's see in detail intensive farming. Getting maximum production from a minimum area is the characteristics of intensive farming. Now, as we know, the farmers, their main occupation is farming. Okay, so whatever is their earning, whatever money they are earning, obviously they are earning everything from cultivation, and thus whatever land they have to give, they have to keep on producing some or the other thing, and so they will get the money. So thus getting maximum production, in order to get more and more production from the minimum area, from the small area, is the main characteristics of the intensive farming. Due to the large population or limited availability of the land, per head holding is small. So as we have the large population and everybody needs food grain, limited availability of the land, per head holding is small. So there is very less land which is used for agricultural activity. This type of farming is mostly seen in developing regions. So this type of farming is seen in the developing regions, the regions which are not developed but they are developing. Farm production is sufficient only for the requirement of the family. So intensive farming, mostly it is carried out, or it is sufficient for the requirement of the family. Like for example, if I am a farmer, so whatever is been cultivated in my farmland, it is only sufficient for my family, not for selling out in the market. In this type of farming, the cultivator and his family are totally dependent on farming. So in this type of activity, the cultivator and the family are completely dependent on farming. As farm production is low, the economic condition of the cultivator is also poor. So as the farm production is low, the economic condition of the farmer is also poor. In this type of farming, mostly animate energy is used. So here in this type of intensive farming, farmers cannot make use of the technological equipments like tractors or maybe the pumps and all such, but they are making use of the animals for plowing and all such things. So animate energy is used. Besides the cereals, vegetables are also grown to some extent. So other than food crops, other than that, they are also growing some cereals and vegetables in their farmland. Next is shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation is a primitive type of cultivation. Primitive is a new type of cultivation. This type of cultivation is practiced in the tropics in densely forested. So the areas where there is a densely forested areas, there this type of cultivation is being carried out, and in the hilly areas. The farmers initially selects a piece of land in the forest. So first what they do, they go in the forest and they see the piece of land. They select that land for cultivation. In order to make it cultivable, he clears the land by cutting down the trees, plants, removing the shrubs and grass. So as we know that in the forest there are certain trees, plants, grass which is grown. So when the farmer goes in this area, he see that okay, this particular land I want for cultivation. So what he does, he go there, he cut down the trees, make the land clear, make the land clean by removing the plants and other unwanted shrubs and grass in that particular area. Once the cut trees dry out, he burns them. So after removing all that unwanted trees, when they are dried out, he burns them so that the ash which is there from the burning of that plants, the ash which comes there or which takes place there, that ash gets mixed up with the soil and it works as a manure or it works as a fertilizer for the plants to grow. Okay, so the leftover ash gets mixed in the soil and acts as a manure. Sowing and harvesting is done before the rainy season. So, sowing of the seeds and harvesting, plantation of the new seeds is been done before the rainy season. The production obtained from this is not sufficient to fulfill the food requirement. Hence, people undertake hunting, fishing and gathering of bulbs and roots from forests. So, as these people, they are dependent to earn their livelihood from the forest product, and thus the production which is obtained or the food crops which are grown in this type of cultivation is not enough, is not sufficient for their requirement, food requirement. Thus, what they have to do, the people have to undertake hunting, fishing and gathering of bulbs and roots from the forest. In this type of farming, the fallow period is longer than the crop period. So in this type of farming, when they are carrying out shifting cultivation, the fallow period is where the land is kept like that only without cultivation. So that is longer than the crop period. So crop or the farming is done only for 4 to 5 months. Rest other months it is kept like that only because it is a mountainous region. So in this region, they don't have easily water supply. So only they are dependent on the rainfall. So whenever it rains for 4 months from the whichever 4 months it rains, from month of June to September in India. So only they are dependent on the rainy season. So for this 4 to 5 months they do the cultivation. Rest otherwise the land is without cultivation. After the productivity of the land depletes in 2 to 3 years, a different piece of land is selected for cultivation. So once the productivity of the land goes down, depletes means reduces. After 2 to 3 years, the productivity of the land is reduced. Again, they take a new piece of land. They select a new piece of land. Again, they do the cultivation in the new piece of land and they start with their agricultural activity. So this is known as shifting cultivation. I hope you must have understood what is intensive cultivation and what is shifting cultivation. The next part of the lesson, that is commercial farming, we will continue in our next video. Thank you children for watching the video. Try to understand what has been explained in the video. Thank you children.